Greetings, adventurers. This is DM Kurt, and today I want to talk about division in the hobby and when people want to divide you, looking for motives. So, I think it was about a month ago that some guy was on Twitter talking about how using D20s for your game system, that was gatekeeping. You're keeping people out of the hobby by using a D20 based system. Now, he was quickly shouted down and debunked because, well, that was false. It's not that hard to find 20 sided dice or a random number generator that can find the kind of numbers you would use in a D20 system. It was said that you can find D20 sets in dollar stores. No, our local dollar store, just about 9 miles from here, doesn't have those, but I understand some do. The Walmart in our county has 3 sets of D20 system dice. That's a 4, a 6, 8, 10, percentile, 12, and a 20. 3 sets and a dice bag for $9.96, under $10 unless you have sales tax added to that. So $10, 3 sets, and that's enough for your entire table because when it's somebody's turn, you could just take the communal dice and pass them around if you want to just have $10 for dice. I heard somebody claim that you don't even need dice at all, and that in prisons they take 2 styrofoam or paper cups, cut holes in one, cut or probably tear because they're not allowed blades, and write numbers on the inside cup, and then you just kind of spin them around, and whatever number is showing through the little hole in the second cup, that's your die roll. And the reason they don't allow dice in prisons is because they don't want anybody gambling. Okay, cool. That's a zero cost random number generator. You could use a deck of cards as your random number generator. Your non-face cards, your 1 through 10, that's your D10 die roll. You want to go with a D20, well, you got 1 through 10, reds, blacks. Okay? You could use one color for the 1 through 10s and the other color for the 11 through 20s. It's not that hard to find these mechanics of your random number generators. You could use a stopwatch with the hundredths of a second. Start, put it behind your back, count to 3, hit the stop. And there's no way that you're going to be able to stop it right at a certain number, but that number on the hundredths of a second, there's a random number. I mean, there's all kinds of ways of doing this. And then the motive for this guy's claim came forward. Why everybody should use a D6 system instead of D20s, because he was selling a D6 system. He let this stew about on the internet, and then, why, that's the problem. Here's the solution. Buy my stuff. So, there's your motive. Now, when people point out problems, it may be because they believe there's a problem, or it may be because it'll profit them. So, take our political system, right? When you see somebody running for political office, the easiest, the most honest thing they could do is use the incumbent's voting record. They could print it out, they could print out a list of their donors, and they could say, hey everybody, my opponent, he voted yes on this terrible bill. That's bad. He voted no on this bill that would have helped people. That's bad. He voted yes on this thing which financially benefits this donor over here that gave him money. That's a problem. I can't say that it's, corrupt, because that would be slander, but that's kind of questionable, isn't it? Vote for me instead because, look, here are objective facts about my opponent. But instead we've heard in the last several years how, Why, people who like that candidate are horrible people. People who like this other candidate, my gosh, what's going through their heads? Those must be horrible people. You don't want to be like those horrible people. Be good. Vote for my candidate. And that has fueled division. And a lot of things that you're hearing, social media, mainstream news, has seemed to divide us all. That's unfortunate, you know? As a country, as a culture, that's not good to be divided and angry at everybody. Somebody else has different views or values, that's them. That shouldn't be reason to hate, but okay. And this comes back into our hobby where we have people who like old school games being vilified by those who like new school games, people who like new school games being made fun of by the people who don't, back and forth. And then yesterday, I saw a post online from this person who said, "Why, I was out for dinner last night. I, a female D&D actor, producer, content creator. Why, and I heard this conversation in the next booth. Why, these men were saying why girls shouldn't be allowed to play role-playing games." Okay, I have almost never gone anywhere and just happened upon people talking about our very niche hobby. And of the people I've talked to, I've never heard that specific claim that girls shouldn't be allowed to play. Although that is a common straw man accusation, I've never heard it real. And of course, they were told things that didn't happen for 500, Alex, and promptly blocked. I didn't jump into this, so no, I wasn't one of the people that said never happened. No, I wasn't some of the people that jumped on and said that's awful. Because that, if true, that's bad. I mean, that sounds like a crappy attitude to have. But then, like the dice guy, who's happened to be selling a D6 system of his own that you should buy, unless you hate poor people, you should buy my system. This person just happened to have, here's a link to my Twitch stream that you should subscribe to. Here's a link to my Ko-Fi so you can donate me money. And I'm just like, you know what? You're poking at you're producing these negative stereotypes and these questionable claims to try to get people to believe these horrible stereotypes about people are real for your own profit. And I question, if you are trying to divide people, what's your motive? Because there's always a motive. With the political people, it's always power. And online, I'm seeing people just trying to grab their own power. Oh, we should get rid of this person. Get rid of them. By the way, give me a like and subscribe. Give me a follow. Because I'm telling you that if you don't, why, you must support that horrible person. We must divide out all these people. I don't know. Seems like there's always a motive, and the motive's bad. Anyway, just invite decent people to your table and have fun, and don't run around calling people names. Just try to be good. And be good to each other. DM Kurt out.